Alright, turn 50, January 25th, 1942. We're 50 days in. No night strikes. Alrighty. So far, slow. Bad weather, bad weather, bad weather, bad weather. Wow. Alright, bombing airfield of Clark. Oh, nice. 26 hits in light rain. We can land the comparable hits in the next couple strikes with these. 27. Twice as many bombers, same number of hits. Bunch of bombers, 5 hits. Alright. I wonder if the experience levels between these guys are vastly different. Bombing the troops that came out of the swamp. Nice solid hit on them in severe storms. They wonder if they're in move mode still. Oh, that's a solid hit, 19. Bombing some Singapore and some port. The Anns are hitting the port, the Sallies are hitting the airfield. Another hit on the Vendetta. Heavy Cloud, 8 hits. There's some solid hits there. I wonder if he's trying to run. Wish I had enough bombers stockpiled to start getting rid of these Sonyas and Idas. They're just not very good bombers. Short range and crappy payload. Alright, we're starting to get some destroyed troops. Which means the unit is beat up bad enough that most of its squads are already disabled. Ah, lost one. Alright, not a bad air morning phase. Even though we had 4 or 5 canceled to weather, and it looked like my sweeps were all canceled. Maybe we'll get them off here in the afternoon. But probably not. Yep. Alright. Gonna come through the rest of the naval phase. Unload some more if anywhere needs unloading. And then we'll do some land attacks. I figure I might as well bombard. See what's going on here. So we have 400 assault here. Pretty even there. Here we go. We ought to kick these guys right off the rail. They'll probably run back into the swamp. No. My base forces are involved. Yep, they ran right back to where they were. So I lost 66. He lost 900. Leader, disruption, morale, experience. Yep. Nice. Yemthin will take this little dot base. And that'll open up the northern Burma for me. Hanover Island. Just picking off these dot bases. Come on, shock attack. Retreating, 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 retreating. Okay. I lost 10 disabled. They lost 40 destroyed. Looks like we're not done with them yet. I'm going to keep on chasing them. As kind of expected, I'm going to chase them all the way down to that stupid dot base. Sintang, I think it is. Alright, increase port and airfield. Canton Port. Why am I increasing that? That's up a river. Probably because I can. I may have hit the wrong button. Don't care too much about the Canton's port. Airfield and forts is all that matters there. Alrighty, give me a moment to go over some notes and we'll head into the aftermath. Alrighty, a real quick and slow turn going on here. Not a whole lot happened, but let's go ahead and look at some stats. Allies are up to 1926 loss points. I'm up to 160. Don't like that. It's like doubled in the last week due to the China incident. Score-wise, I went up 30 points. Allies went down 2. Air losses says 6 aircraft today. All 6 for me. 2, 3, 4 of the 6 were lost to flak. Of the 6, 4 pilots were lost. 1 is wounded. All right, that's not. We're going back the wrong way again. Alright. 6 days to a bunch of small units arrive. I didn't think anything was sunk last turn. 2 days to some sub chasers, 6 days to some other ships. 6 days till I get some 3 combat units and a construction battalion. One of the combat units is some more paratroopers. And then the next day I get an air headquarters and some base forces and a bunch of combat troops in China. Which is good because I could use them. Okay, aircraft and engine production. 96543 zeros, 2 Sallies, 1 of everything else here. And I need to get these engines up faster, but I mean, I think the 34s I have 3 factories building those, so it's only going up 3 and 3 a day. Same with a lot of these can only build them so fast. Okay, devices production. 7742 squads, 20 howitzers, and then down through the normal. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and pull up some combat tracker. Take a look here. On the ground, 5 fights, base capture, just me bombarding them at Luchao. Not really successful. We both lost about the same amount of men. I lost 1 squad destroyed, 3 disabled. He had 1 destroyed and 6 disabled, so pretty much even. My little baby units mauled the Chinese troops trying to block my rail. By baby units, you can come down and look. I had a bunch of, well, they say division, but they're only like size 40 assault strength. So it's all the little baby divisions in China. Same thing with the brigades. They're like 42 assault strength at 100%. So really, I had like 150 assault strength here. You come up here, 205 counting everything to their 29, and once you factor in, disruption, morale, experience, and everything else, we had 115. They had 1, so we mauled them. 904 casualties, a ton of units destroyed, a ton of squads destroyed, and they retreated back into the swamp, the exact same hex that they were in before. Then here in Borneo, I'm chasing down those fleeing troops, and as expected, I hammered them as hard as I could with the shock attack. I got 4-to-1 odds, and all they did was run farther down into the interior. They went from this hex to this hex. So this unit's going to be chasing them for the next couple months. Next, amphibious, we landed at Karakiri, another dot base in the Solomons. All the airstrikes, not all of them, I should say, because I don't know, 5 or 6 were shut down due to bad weather, including my fighter sweeps. There's hey, Singapore! No way, there's enemies at Singapore? In Cairns, Calcutta, Fresno, 7688. That's somewhere in China. And Kodiak. Unknown. So flying that base force into China. Flying the last few bits of this brigade, all the support pieces up to Nanning. Got some upgrades. Some Marines are heading back for repairs / refuel. Replacements, I upgraded a unit of Claudes last turn to 0s. Repairs, a bunch of conversions finishing up at looks like Tokyo, and some repairs at Nagasaki. These are going to be those 14-knot, 1,000-ton cargo PBs that I love to use in fast transport task force. I'll tell you guys, you can't get enough of them. They are very useful. 14 knots is pretty quick for a Japanese non-combat ship. I mean, a patrol boat is technically a warship, but let's be honest, it's not. I mean, a destroyer would make mincemeat of them. The only thing they can maybe beat up is maybe some, I don't know, enemy merchies. They can't. I mean, they can threaten the sub early on. They really can't because the depth charges just always miss. As they get upgraded in 43, I believe, early 43, I think it is. They get the type 2 depth charges, which makes them an actual threat to subs. But that's a long ways off. Aircraft down due to maintenance. We captured 3 bases. 2 were in combat. 1 auto flipped. Although once again, we would have captured it anyways. We were already there. Intel, both the bases that expanded were ours. And damaged aircraft, mostly from flak and you know, the pilots aren't that very good, so they crash the plane when they land. Just gotta be lucky that if they don't kill themselves. All right, let's go around the map. Burma's looking fine. We just took Yemethan. Makes me think of Yennefer from The Witcher. So we will move up into Mictilla next, and then Mandalay. Then we will take the road east to Lashio. Then down into Malaya. We're still waiting here, resting our troops, waiting for the rest of the reinforcements to show up. All right, see that this disruption is way down to 0 for a lot of units. This is what now these couple base forces I'm not too worried about because they're not going, they're not crossing into Singapore. They're going to stay here and tend to the aircraft bombing Singapore constantly. Same thing with that base force. Everyone else should be dropping. I've got some engineering units that aren't, but okay. So they're doing good. They're waiting for a couple more divisions to show up, and a couple of small little units so we can assemble some more divisions. Some of them are, one division is right here. They will be landing at Mersing this turn, so it'll be a couple days till they get down there. There's no other place to really bring them into, unfortunately. I could go right into Johor Bahru, but you have to pass through Singapore to do that, and that would lose all my ships, all my men against those guns. So down here we caught up to these guys again. I'll try to hit them. I'll try to attack them again and see if I can hit them. We tried that the other day here, 1 hex south, and they moved out. These guys seem to be moving up into my hex. I'm going to cross this river right into this Marine unit. So I'm hoping he's powerful enough to handle the shock attack. You can see here where we beat those units up and they fled southeast. They're going to keep fleeing down here, and off the end up. That's where I'll catch them and probably finish them. In other games, you see what happens, which is, I don't know. I want to take this base for multiple reasons. 1, just so the Allies don't have a base here, and 2, in scenario 2, you can see it has 5 in light industry and 4 resources. So it produces me 5 supply a day and a surplus of 5 resources a day. Not a big deal, but that it all adds up. Over 2 years, that's 3,500 resources. Not a lot, but it's also 3,500 supply, which will be enough to feed this whole area, which I usually won't keep many troops here long term, but then I can just pick it up and, one little AK will come by, swoop die at some point, pick it all up and put it back into the main cycle. Nothing going on in Java yet. Philippines is still a stalemate. There's nothing going on. I'm bombing Clark only to keep the forts down. Bataan, I'm not super worried about. By the time I get to Bataan, they will probably be out of supplies anyways. Also bombed Singapore. Got the force damage, not force damage, the airfield damage pretty good now. We've bombed the port a couple times. It's not showing destroyer, but I've hit I believe it's the Vendetta both days with two 250 kilogram bombs. So she is not doing good if she's even still floating at the moment. Down into the DEI, not much going on here. Just a little bit of base grabbing, what little bit I can without. I don't want to expose too much because I know his carriers are the U.S. carriers are in the area, and mine really aren't. And 2 full U.S. carriers against 4 or 5 CVLs, I'm not sure my ships can handle that. So I don't want to, lose. I don't want to lose, 3 or 4 CVLs for, a stupid dot base. Just not worth it. Down in the Solomons, I'm starting to pick up some more dot bases with the carrier scare. Although that might be them there again. Heading northeast, might be a relief convoy up to Port Moresby as well. That's not a port 4 yet, is it? No. Build faster. No. Just grabbing dot bases over here. And Gilberts are all mine. Ellis Islands are all mine. I think I took the last one in the Phoenix Islands. Just got to clear up the Santa Cruz and the new Hebrides. New Hebrides, I don't know. New Hebrides Islands, I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. Don't have much here. I'm going to start picking these up. Their last troops from Wake are coming in. They're 2 days out of truck, and I believe that'll allow me to form a division, which I have plans for. Not a whole lot moving around the home islands. Basically waiting for more troops to arrive. Then we'll ship them right out. I'm not sure where I want them yet. I have a couple ideas for some of the troops, but I'll need to sit down before they arrive and kind of figure out exactly where I want them. So as soon as they arrive, I can get them moving to the front. Up here in the fun area, also known as China, which really isn't that much fun. It's just a giant slog from day one. It's constant fighting. Not much headway is being made. We did clear the rail here with a bunch of my baby troops. You can see, like I said, they're all little troops. That's their full size. So I know some of them they say brigades and divisions and make them sound like they're these huge 10,000 man troop. No. This Mongol cavalry division, yeah, that's the size of it. 24 Mongolian cavalry squad, as in they're on horses. A couple heavy machine guns, a couple mortars, and some support. Yeah, that's a division. So yeah, they're not much here. Oh, good, they didn't break out. Good, these guys did not break out of strategy strat mode. Which means they'll continue on to the airfield this turn because I have plans for them. Alrighty, but other than that, not much combat going on. I bombarded here at Lu Chao, but really there was no headway made. Interesting. This guy just teleported here. Not sure about that, but he should be there, but the description last time was that he didn't. I don't know. It was weird. He was back in Nanning last time, and I turned before I ordered him to move and told people to follow him. Everyone who followed them moved 30 miles and said they were still following. He switched back to combat mode and had moved 0 miles. So I'm not sure what happened there. So I put him in the move mode, told him to move again, and then he just teleports into the next hex with an additional 13 miles. So That'd be about 60 miles total. So it must have been, I don't know, a display bug, possibly. I'm trying to decide if I... Oh, he moved this way. Oh, no, that's right. No, that's right. He was here. I'm still chasing him. Trying to decide if I want to wait for this other brigade before we head in. I might, just because we're probably going to have to shock attack in there. Oh, excuse me. And I'd rather have everything at once. So these guys are arriving. This 400 assault strength might be enough to push these guys out, which is the whole plan. Because I will also coordinate these guys to attack the same turn. Let's see, my crippled regiment. Okay, he's moving good. I'm not sure where he's gonna go yet. He's just gonna get away. Probably gonna bring him all the way down here, and maybe even then across to the trail. I need to stay away from this stack because that's a big stack. I believe it's the base force and an army headquarters here at Kukong, so there's nothing to worry about attacking them there. Looks like this guy might get away as well, which is the other crippled one you can see. Hey, my divisions are finally out of the damn jungle and heading where I told them to. Alrighty. They're about a week late to the fight. But see, why don't I see those 14 units sitting here? I really don't understand how the spotting and that works in this game. It seems to work one way, then it changes. My tanks move up here yet? Oh my god, these guys. Why are they so slow in open terrain? I don't know what the deal is with them. I mean, they're not following anyone. Even the artillery is moving faster than the tanks. They're not heavily fatigued or disrupted. Plenty of supplies. I don't know. They're taking forever to get into this hex. The only thing I could think of is that they're over halfway, so they're out of this hex basically, but they're entering this hex, which is jungle, which is slowing them way down. But all right, other than that, not a whole lot going on. We're still making progress. I'm hoping to have Lu Chao under my control by end of January, and then I will probably press on to Tuyun. We take that and can get up here and get this road. We threaten this entire area. You know, Changsha, yeah, you had 11 units there and another 8 here, and probably, level 4, 5, 6 forts already. Ain't gonna matter nothing if I cut them off. Then they can just kind of sit there and just rot. It'll be just another POW camp, just like like Clark and Baton is at the moment in Singapore. So, yep. Well, that's the turn. If you guys enjoyed watching it, go ahead and give me a like. If you enjoyed the series and want to continue watching, go ahead and subscribe. And hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you with the next turn.